Hey, what's going on, folks? This is Pete with Backdraft Bikes. We're doing a review today on the highly anticipated 2021 Harley Davidson Pan America. And this is the special edition with the 50/50 tires, not the knobbies. I'm here at beautiful downtown Loudon, New Hampshire with Harley's test rides today. And I got to tell you, I am super impressed with the looks of this bike. I love adventure bikes. I like the upright riding position, and I'm super excited to see how this bike performs. Just to go over a few styling cues and a few stats that they gave me. The bike runs like 850 pounds. It's about 150 horsepower, and it has a few features on it that I'm not sure any other bike manufacturer have done. For one, the bike has self-adjusting suspension, which basically means when you get on it, it starts to raise the rear suspension by 2 inches almost as you start to drive. So it makes it a little easier to mount and dismount versus a standard motorcycle. And a couple other things that I really enjoyed about this bike were the side stand. It's a little funky to operate because it actually flips down from the front of the bike, but it does have a center stand as well built in from the factory. Look at that monster of a center stand. So pretty stinking cool. You have your iconic V-twin motor configuration as well. Massive cooling fan up front, and I really like these built-in engine protection crash bars as well. I think Harley's done a nice job balancing the fairing and not making the bike super duper huge and wide, but actually giving it a really nice stance. The headlight looks a little funky. You can see the main headlight is kind of on the bottom, and the top's got like a smaller one. And then you've got these two running lights also. So it's kind of neat. And you can see the massive radiator. It's kind of got like a built-in wind scoop in it. And I'm a little concerned. Of course, I have this problem with my Triumph as well. But if you can see right here, the fender is pretty short. So I'm pretty sure anything riding this in, nasty is going to fill up the radiator. But they're not going to let me take it off-road. So I'm not going to be able to demo that. Really nice aluminum skid plate as well, and again, all in all, it looks pretty cool. I definitely hate the exhaust look. It looks like it's got this like gigantic black thing attached to the back of it. I really don't understand that, but I'm sure some aftermarket stuff would hide it a little better. I've seen some, they have the panniers on the side. Really nice setup. So I'd like to take this for a ride. How about you? You want to jump on and see what it looks like? It's got some nice control hosts on it. You can see traction control button. There's a voice operated button. We've got a plethora of buttons. There's so many buttons on this bike. Once we go on to this though, you'll see this screen is super cool. I mean, everything is on this screen. It's all digital. Really nice. On the left handlebar, all types of controls as well. There's a directional for navigating the menus. You've got a cruise control button right here. Another cruise control. You've got your high beams, your low beams, and flashing your lights. Heated handlebars. I mean, really well thought out. Harley also did a good job with these mirrors. They don't stick way out. I really like that. And the windscreen on this is completely adjustable. So you can adjust this, and you can also adjust the display here. All right, so here's the kickstand again. So to activate it, you have to actually take your foot and push down. Okay, and then your traditional side stand is in the back here. Center stand is in the back there, and it comes down. So that's kind of nice. 6 foot 4 inches. I am a little cramped with my legs on the foot pegs, but maybe the seat could be adjusted. I'm not sure. There's quite a hump in the back of the seat that pushes you forward into the tank. So it's kind of nice. Nice little detailed graphic here too. Pan America. Locking gas cap. Oh, it is not locking. It just looks like it's locking. That's all right. All right. Shall we take it for a ride? Let's go. Let's switch over to the GoPro. The motor does not sound Harley. It has a little bit of a growl, but it kind of reminds me of like my Kawasaki Dual Sport. Holy Mother of Mary! Are you kidding me? Harley, what have you done? What have you done? Are you kidding me? Oh, folks, let me explain what I'm making noises about. This bike is nothing like any Harley I have ever been on. Ever. I just gave this thing some. Now, not to mention the red line is 9,000 RPMs, which is like, what, 8,000 higher than a regular Harley? Holy moly, this bike has some get up and getty. I can't believe how much power this has on the takeoff. I just goosed it. I was in second gear, bring it right up, and it just pulls wicked hard right up through the red lines. That's great. I mean, we have a little traffic here, so we'll break away from the pack in just a second, but just a little impression. There isn't like as much snap down low like you normally would expect, but I mean, I think your trade-off is you can bring it to 9,000 RPMs. All right, I need to make a turn here, and this corner is wicked sharp, so I'm going to try the brakes out. And this bike, it wants to stop as well. Wow, okay, here we go. There's nobody in front of us. Let's give it some. Oh, Harley. Holy crap, dude. This thing is so fast. I cannot believe this is a Harley Davidson. That just gave me like goosebumps almost. Wow. Harley, have you made the perfect bike? Have you done it? What the world? That was so amazing. Oh my word. All right, let's talk about this bike a little bit. I took it around the in-track experience first just to try to get a little bit of an impression about the bike. And what I have to say is your upright seating position is super cool. What's up, brother? The upright seating position is super cool. Look how much power this bike has. Unbelievable. And it brakes. Ah, wow, Harley Davidson. You shouldn't have, but you did. And I like it. So let's talk about the upright riding position real quick. Your ankles are directly below your hips, which is awesome. So you can jump up real easy. Woo! And it feels good, but it almost has like a crotch rocket feel because it's pushing you forward into the tank. On an adventure bike, that's not a bad deal. You just, obviously, for the male physique, you have to be careful if you're really going over some heavy duty stuff, because you'll knock the wind right out of yourself if you're not careful. All right, let's take a turn here. How we doing, Farmer Joe? Yes, sir. I am thoroughly impressed with the handling and acceleration of this bike so far. I mean, it just has power for days. It has power for days. It doesn't really have that low-end grunt that I was expecting Harley to have, but who cares? When you get it above 4,000, maybe about 5,000, it just has power and it just pulls. And it keeps on pulling right to redline, and it gets a little scary because the front tire gets loose. And also, there's a Toyota in your lane, buddy. Thank you. Nice riding position on the handlebars. I don't feel like I'm slouched over at all. I've got good protection from the wind with this windscreen, which is adjustable again, they said. And I like that. There's ample seat behind me for a passenger if I wanted to take one, but the way this seat is styled right now, I feel the hump in it on my lumbar. I can feel it right on my lumbar. So it's a little, annoying in my opinion, because what if I want to sit back just a little bit, you know, like this, and then I feel like I'm sitting up 2 inches taller. And I can think on a long ride, your legs being bent like this would be not as comfortable as one would want. However, this is this is a sweet ride. It's big too. Look at this tank. There's some girth to it. Salesman, like I said it was 850 pounds. It certainly does not feel like an 850 pound bike. I actually set it down in the parking lot, trying to fangle the stinking front forward kickstand thing. And so it was like a controlled drop. I kind of scraped the engine guard a little. But I was able to put my butt on the seat and stand up with it, and it stood up perfectly. No questions asked by the bike whatsoever. As far as the suspension itself goes, it can be adjusted, but it isn't bad right the way it is right now. It isn't bad at all. This road isn't super duper smooth, and this bike is soaking everything up with no prejudice at all. I mean, I'm really digging this bike a lot. Now, check out the other channel videos on my channel here, and you'll see I've demoed pretty much every Harley out there. And I don't want to make anybody angry, but I'm not a super Harley fan. I just think the bikes are overpriced, and they have a lot of idiosyncrasies that you kind of have to accept are part of the Harley genre. But this bike is changing my mind, I can tell you that right now. It's got the display of a really high-end bike, like the FTR from Indian's got a big digital display like this, but this thing is crisp and clear, easy to see. It's comfortable to ride. The power is insane, and it brakes well. Those are the things you're looking for in a motorcycle. And besides, you want the motorcycle to kind of look cool. This bike definitely has an awesome look to it with the headlights and stance. So again, here we go, coming in. Let's try this. Look at that. I mean, I can almost, that's as hard as I would want to put on a bike, and it's good. Here's a pothole. Yeah, no issues. No issues at all. This is the back entrance to the Motor Speedway. You come in and it flanks you into it. I mean, this bike kind of scares me. It has so much power. I was not that I am scared of a bike with power. I am just telling you, I cannot believe the power this bike has based on other riding experiences from Harley. Here. I mean, it wants to go. Holy moly! This is a street bike that has off-road manners. Oh my word! And the brakes! Oh, the brakes are amazing! I can't believe this bike. Alright, I'm going to conclude my video like I normally do. I usually give it like a 1 out of 10 rating. I'm really torn here. I think I'm going to give this bike a 10 out of 10. What the world am I doing? I got to buy one of these. I have to buy one of these. Change my mind in the comments. Tell me why I should or should not buy this bike. This bike is amazing. I really cannot believe how unbelievable this bike is. All right. Thank you very much. Please ride safe. Any questions or comments, please throw them in the comments section below. Until next time, peace.